Stop it. Focus on the real enemy, the politicians, the traditional rulers, and the elites. The elites, those idiots that call themselves elite, even though we know there are no elites in Biafra land today. This bunch of clowns that call themselves elite are not elites. They are nothing but betrayers. The frontline betrayers. One of those idiots that claim to be elites is the Ohanaeze Ndohinandama. Ohanaeze Ndohinandama supposed to defend the interests of Igbo people. Igbo social cultural group. They are supposed to be the mouthpiece of Biafra. They are supposed to be in the front line of the cause of Biafra. But today, they are in the front line of the proscription of IPOB. They are in the front line of fighting Biafra. They are in the front line of the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the current arrest of our Prime Minister Mazi Samane. They are in the front line. These people, they call themselves elites. Ohanaeze Ndohinandama. These are social cultural groups. They are supposed to be the mouthpiece of the people, defending the cause of Biafra. They are supposed to be in the front line. Even if they are not coming out, they are supposed to be a backbone for those of us who are speaking. You saw what transpired when we go Igbo was held in Benin Republic. When they held Igbo, all the Oduduwa men, their politicians were running right Igbo. They were going to Benin as if it was a pilgrimage. They were going to Benin as if it was a pilgrimage, including Obasanjo himself went to Benin. And they made sure that Sunday Igboho did not fall into the hand of the government. Even though they might not agree with him, but when it comes to securing him and making sure that every single one of them in Oduduwa land, they backed Igboho up, including the Oba, the owner of Ife. Every one of them went to Benin Republic. But in our own case, Ohanaeze Ndohinandama, what do they do? What did they do? They call for ban of IPOB. It is this very Ohanaeze Ndohinandama that openly called for ban of IPOB. They sided with Abuja against their own people. They supported Abuja against their own people during the time of Nnaemwodo. Nnaemwodo came out on national TV and endorsed a ban on the indigenous people of Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra. And at the same time, you claim to be a leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Because that is what Ohanaeze and Igbo stand for, if they don't know. That is what Ohanaeze is supposed to be. They are supposed to be the fathers. The kingmakers, that's what they're supposed to be. But they were in the front line to ban. They called for the ban of IPOB during the time of Nnaemwodo. What other betrayal can be more than that? Is there any other betrayal that can be more than that? What other betrayal can be more than that? Today, that same Ohanaeze Ndohinandama, they are the first people to congratulate Nigeria for sponsoring the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. They were the people that put a bounty on the head of Simon Ekpa. This same Ohanaeze Ndohinandama. Because Mazi Simon Ekpa was asking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the self-determination of Biafran people. A legitimate right. Mazi Simon Ekpa was only asking for a release of his brother that is held. He's asking the government to leave his brother and also grant the self-determination that we're asking for. Give us a referendum. That is the crime that Mazi Simon Ekpa committed. They labeled him a criminal. They labeled him a terrorist. They called him different kinds of names. And they went ahead to sponsor the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. Today, since the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa for the past 10 months, has the insecurity stopped in the southeast? Has the number of killing reduced? As at yesterday, even today, I still saw there are many videos I cannot be able to share where bomb exploded, and eventually he exploded upon a janjaweed and killed him. In Imo State, there was a place, this very Fulani janjaweed we are driven away in Imo State. They were driven in that place, a place they gather, where they gather, and they say it is that place they stay and they share the money they collect from ransom. And they were evicted in that place. So after they were evicted, where they pack all these dumb bullets, pack all those garbage they pack, they went there and planted bombs. They planted bombs there. I got a picture of the bomb that was planted. I'm going to show you it when I try to see if I can find the video I should. And you will tell me, is it Liberation Army that planted that bomb? A well-arranged bomb, a foreign bomb planted. You will now see the footprint and the way Nigerian government is sponsoring these terrorists against the Biafran people. And yet, our so-called leaders do not care. They don't pay attention. They don't care. They are in the front line on the ban IPOB. Even when IPOB did not commit any crime, IPOB was not holding any weapon. IPOB never did anything wrong. They were only agitating for self-determination. They call themselves elites. The highest betrayers, elite. Look at the other one that called himself Atoeze. Atoeze stood up and declared that Biafra is dead. You can imagine. Atoeze stood up and declared that Biafra is dead. Peter Obi stood up and declared that Biafra is dead and buried. Dead and buried. Let me ask him, can you bury a nation that lives in the heart of millions? Help me to ask Atoeze and Obi, how can you bury a nation that lives in the heart of millions? Anyone that can reach them, please help me and ask them. How can you bury a nation that lives in the hearts of millions? But they push these lies every day, right, left, and center, and people listen to them. And it is because of this that they have always diminished the presence of the international communities to look into our matter. They water the sympathy down. They water it down. The sympathy they were supposed to have from the international community, they water it down. Sometimes when you sit back, you begin to ask, is it that the international community are not seeing what is happening? Are they not seeing the genocide in Biafra land? They see it, but your own leader, people who are supposed to stand for you, they are the one who water it down. Some of them travel abroad to go and make speech against the genuine cause of Biafra, self-determination. That is how bad it is. This is a very terrible problem that we must handle it. The earlier we handle it, the earlier Biafra comes. They are in the front line, more especially watering down the sympathy of international communities in the cause of our journey. This is a serious issue. Everybody must pay attention, and we must look for a means to do something. If not, I don't know what is going to be our fate in time to come. I pray that Chukwu Okike gives us the strength to overcome. You're welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell. I can see you, Bro Max, there. Please unmute yourself, Bro Max, and sit to us. It's our evening program. We don't take much time, so I'll give you the stage. My brother Max, unmute yourself and talk to us. Let's hear you, if you can hear me. Bro Max, we can't hear you. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Bro Max.
Hello, Mazitrix. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, we are Yes, I'm having problem with my service provider here for the past 2 weeks now. They are having a very technical issue, and they are roaming on a sister platform which is not giving us the best internet services here. So I'm just managing it. That is the reason why you've not been seeing me around. I only post on X and things like that. So I don't have that opportunity to come out and speak the way I used to speak before. But I pray that it will be okay. I hope I am coming out clear.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, thank you so much. I salute you, Mazi Chooks. You're this kind of spirit that you have, pushing the gospel of Biafra, trying to tell those that don't want to hear, or those that have refused to hear the gospel. Is Penon is so great. May God always be with you as usual. May God bless Mazen Namdekan. Our leader that is suffering, our leader that they want to buy, and whatever that they have been introducing into his body, the nutrients that they are indirectly starving him, because I know that those people, they can do it. I believe that Chukwu Okike Abiama will always be with him front and back. I do not know how he came into this struggle to carry it on his head. God only knows how he came, and he alone is going to protect him, not human being. I don't even care what they are going to do tomorrow, because the life of Mazen Namdekan is not in anybody's hand. It is in God's hand, not anybody. Not even the strongest country in the world or individuals. Not even in the hands of USB. Not even in the hands of any other person that is fighting, that has the same ideology like Mazen Namdekan. It is in the hands of God, their lives, the life of Mazen Namdekan. I use this opportunity also to salute Simon Ekpa. His ordeals also in the hand of the country that he called his own. May God also protect him. Yeah. What we are fighting is not a little, it's not a little war. This is one of the biggest war that anybody will fight. Fighting a country like Nigeria, a country that you see so many terrorist organizations, yet those so-called international countries, look at what Shetima was saying in Onga, in New York, just recently. My own president is going to deliver his own address today. Look, your house, you can even grant referendum to the people that have been fighting since 1967 to become an independent nation. But you are going to UN to canvass for a Palestinian state, whereas your own place is on fire.
Imagine.
You see, these are some of the things that will make God to destroy that country faster than we have ever thought. I'm telling you the truth. You slaughter those that has no arms, but those that are fighting with sophisticated projectiles, missiles, fighting Israel are the ones that you are supporting. Even as recently, December 7th, when they carry out that unprovoked attack against the state of Israel. These are the people that you are supporting. But in your own land, the Biafrans and the Duduas are fighting for them to have referendum, just ordinary referendum, but you can't. Enemies of freedom. I don't blame them, because the reason why they are doing what they are doing is what the United Kingdom did to them. They supported United Kingdom in the capture of all the provinces, or let me say the nations of the old southern Nigeria, so-called Nigeria. They supported them. They aided them. The same way they use some of them also from the northern part of Nigeria to capture, to fight the Ashanti Kingdom here in Ghana. So that is the benefit. That is what they are getting to make them rule the country they created called Nigeria. I don't blame them. What we are going through, like, I'll be singing it like a song on this platform and in Stalinda's platform where we used to gather as well. That we are orphans that don't have parents. We are the agitators that are fighting without nobody supporting us. Those that are supposed to support us are playing the job of the caliphate and stooges of the caliphate. Some of them will come out and tell you, just like you said, now after Ibe, is it after what? After something. Will come out and tell you that Biafra died. After Eze, he said that who said the North made him a billionaire. As if the wealth of a man belongs to the hand of a fellow man. God gives wealth. God gives wealth, and God's wealth to you will not run your belly. The wealth where you get, they hide, they use security, they use. Come to Ghana here and come and see the people that are using bulletproof. If there's anybody in Ghana here that is using bulletproof, but because the wealth you have is through you got it through through the spill. Indirectly or directly, the blood of the innocent. That is the reason why you cannot walk free on the street of your country. That is the reason why they cannot support you and I that are fighting for the freedom of the Biafran people, because they have bought them. They bought them. Our elders have been bought. Look at what is happening everywhere. Look at what is happening. Right now, as I'm talking to you, there is one TikToker they call Major. The DSS has arrested him for exposing some Shehu Garib or something like that, some man that they found this bandit terrorist counting money in his own house. They've arrested that guy because that Major, he published it. If you go to his YouTube, TikTok, you will see Major is same. They've arrested him. The DSS knows how to track Major, but they do not know how to track the bandits that are in these senators and politicians, exposed northern politicians' houses, supported by them. They cannot go there to arrest them. But they will have the temerity to come and arrest an innocent young TikToker that is exposing the truth, what they hate to do. Tell me how God will not destroy. The atrocities of Nigeria has gone worse than what Sodom and Gomorrah committed. And I do not know why God is still keeping that country intact. If our own elders, just like you said, Biafra, Igbo politician, let me say Igbo politician, because you are the dominant population in Biafra land. It is your responsibility to protect your cousins, your brothers and sisters of ethnic minorities in Biafra land. That is your duty, to protect them. And if they have succeeded in capturing the Igbo people, the other minority tribes in Biafra land will be a walk in the park. I always say, you cannot fight these people because they have serious support behind them. It takes unity to confront evil people like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But here in our own land, Mazi Chuks, what do we see? What did we see? We see our own politicians that are supposed to say, no, these are our own warriors that are protecting our forest. Oh no, they push you forward simply because they want to become the president of Nigeria or vice president or vital political post in Nigeria. They push their own people They always try to be politically correct. When you go to the space now on social media, you see them again. Some of them are even celebrating. Like Joe Vika. I respected that man, but I never knew that that man was a very useless and vacuous individual. His
Very useless.
vacuosity,
Very
his
useless. I'm
vacuosity
not doing
is
that
unprecedented.
Jofika is a very useless human being. Even from time, I never believed in him. When you see somebody who claims to be a reverend father and all he does is come and become a content creator, why how are you
Just
going to believe
imagine.
that?
There is another one also. He's a pastor too. Nabuihe Masue. That's my surname. That's my surname. That one also. These are the people. You want to be politically correct, even if your brother is doing it wrongly. Can't you see what your counterparts are doing in the north? Have they come out to say, oh, you people are doing wrong? Nigerian army, come and deal with them. Even proscription self, they have never even suggested for them to be proscribed.
Never.
Rather, they are signing peace deal with them. Politicians of Igbo land. There is some of you religious leaders of Igbo land. Apart from David King Leo, there is none of them. No one will come out here to stand. If there are any of them, please mention it in the comment section so that I will withdraw. Apart from David King Leo of Possibility TV, that is the only man that has never changed. And all the prophecies that that man has given on Mazi Simon Ekpa, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has never failed to fulfill. But the rest, they want to be seen as detribalized and patriotic Nigerian. Put your own there and kill him. Envy and jealousy. If not me, it must not be Mazi Chuks. If not Mazi Chuks, oh, it must not be Dr. Ngozi Arapuezi. Shame to all of you. You think that what happened to when what is his name, Afonja, was busy working with the enemies of Yoruba land, thinking that, oh, they are going to support him to conquer them. Yes, they supported him and they conquered part of Kwara State, or your state, I mean, Ilori. And after that, when he succeeded in creating enmity between himself and his own people, the Yorubas, they are laughing. What happened? When these Fulani people discovered that you have nobody again to support you or fight for you, they took him out and established Emirate system in a lorry. Till today, they are battling with it. Till today, they are chasing them out of their land. That is how, if you think that what you are doing will prevent them to like you or not to deal with you, you are wasting your time. They will deal with you even more worse than those that they consider their antagonists. Thank you so much, Mazi Chuks. Sayed here.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful presentation. As always, your presence is always honored at all the time. And we appreciate your voice and all your effort that you are putting into the struggle. You are a voice that cannot be silenced, one of the voice of Biafra that cannot be silenced. If our brother Maxwell can be able to be committed, even in a difficult time, no matter how hard it is, continue with all the distractions, all the name calling, all the abuse and insult, he can stand and continue to speak. What about me? Why wouldn't I continue? Why won't you in the comment section, why won't you continue? The responsibility we have is to continue to share this very message to all part of the world. It doesn't matter who is concerned. Never give up. We have tried as much as we can to identify the people that are keeping us in captivity. We have identified them. We have identified them. And we will not be silent about it. As we have identified them, we will look for a solution. What can we do? How are we going to handle this situation? How are you going to make sure that this atrocity does not continue? Are we just going to keep silent and watch them? Are we just going to fold our hands and continue to watch this criminality continue? How are we going to confront it? What shall we do? That is a question that every one of us will be asking. Because the real enemy before us are people who are even close to us. And if we don't look for a way to put a stop to these people, it will be almost impossible for us to get to our destination, because they will continue to sabotage. They will continue to delay us. These people are the politicians, the traditional rulers, and those that call themselves elites. They are involved fully, they are involved through their behaviors. The politicians condemn freedom fighters, invite Nigerian military against their own people. They are doing it even as we speak. The Nigerian military, they are in Imo State, in Okigwe, in Olu, taking innocent lives, destroying properties as we speak. Traditional rulers remain silent in the midst of all these killings, in the midst of all these atrocities. The traditional rulers, they remain silent. In the face of all the killing, they went ahead to endorse anti-Biafra leaders. You see them lining up for Hopo Zadema. You see some of them, clergy, inviting a criminal in their churches, a man that has signed to take the life of his own people. Go ahead, my brother.
Mazi Chicks.
Yeah.
Mazi Chicks.
Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you so much. Go ahead. Do you see? Soludo invited the army in Oko. I don't know whether you heard of it. I saw it in this yeah. I don't know whether you saw what BVI published. BVI published made a post where he was complaining that, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're breaking up. Yeah, I can hear you, but you're breaking up. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
The voice is coming. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Okay. In Oko village, where BVI comes from, Soludiot brought Nigerian soldiers. There is an operation that is going on in that village. That operation now, they announced the old woman that is in that Oko village, BVI played her video, complained. Apantu, the children brought in order to start, is it a roofing of a particular house or their kitchen, was stolen. The 2 cows that were in a barn where they were feeding them were also taken. 2 cows. 2 cows in Oko village. That is what these politicians are making our people to go through in Biafra land.
Imagine.
Calling soldiers to come and deal with your own brothers and sisters, their mothers and fathers, whereas their counterpart in the north, whereas their counterpart in the north are protecting their own, whereas our people are calling our own and sending us to the slaughter slab.
Thank you, my brother. You just made it. That is it. That is what I just mentioned here, that our politicians are the ones that are always inviting the military to take the life of their people. They were the one that proscribed us the first time. That is why whenever I see them talking about free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't believe them. Whenever I see a politician open his mouth and say free, I don't believe them, because they were the people that proscribed IPOB. Since all that time, they say government is continuous. Have they come out to say to the federal government, deproscribe IPOB? Since they were the one that proscribed IPOB, have they come out to say deproscribe IPOB? And they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the supreme leader of IPOB. And you are saying that release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man you are telling them to release is the leader of the group that you proscribe. You call them terrorists. You have not removed that prescription, and you are calling for the release of the leader of that group. The leader of the group has not denied the group. Tell me the sincerity in the call. What is the sincerity in the call? Because if these people are sincere, the very first thing to do is to remove the prescription. You are the one. It is not the Janjaweed that prescribed IPOB. It's not the federal government. The people that did the prescription was the Southeast governors, led by Obiano. Obiano was the one that read it. So if you are genuinely wanting them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will start from removing that prescription. You deproscribe IPOB. Let the governors come out and say, we remove the prescription on IPOB. Start from there. Because it is that prescription that have given them the right to invade Biafra land. You hear now. Soludo have invited them in Oli. And all they are doing there is stealing. Everywhere they go, it is stealing. Ebubago, remember that there was a time the whole state in the southeast protested and said they don't want Ebubago. In which part of the world will the people rise up and say, we don't want this security outfit, and yet you force it on them? We have never seen any protests in the southwest saying they don't want Omotegu. It has never happened. The southwest embrace Omotegu. In the north, they have their own Hizbah. We have not had any protests. They say they don't want Hizbah. But in Biafra land, the entire southeast, all the states, they did a protest and say they don't want a Bubago, including some of the politicians. They said they don't want a Bubago. But the government forced it on them. And what are they doing? Extrajudicial killing, stealing, kidnapping, murdering people. And as if Bubago is not enough for them, today, Soludo is creating security outfit almost every month. Now he has invited the military. So when we talk about the real problem that we have, the real enemies of Biafra, it is the politicians, the elites, the traditional rulers, including the clergymen. These clergymen, most of them, they are part of it. They are part of it. These are the real problem we have. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatever they do. You must not give up. We must not give up. Self-determination is the right of everybody. Self-determination is not a privilege. I say it again and again and again. Self-determination is not a privilege. It is a right. It is a right. For every human being, equal rights for every human being living on the planet Earth. But because we are Biafrans, Nigeria criminalized self-determination, and they dragged the international community into it. And Finland bought into it. Today, Finland is in the front line. And they went ahead to arrest somebody because of self-determination. Nigeria detained our leader, and Finland detained our prime minister because of self-determination, an abomination of the highest order, lawlessness of the highest order, and nobody cares. Everybody's silent. Tomorrow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come to court. Tomorrow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in court. We will be here and we follow them up. There is nothing that surprises me in Nigeria. Nothing. There is nothing I will see today and say, oh, I didn't know this. I wasn't expecting it. Tomorrow, we will expect everything to happen tomorrow. Expect everything to happen tomorrow. Every one of us, we know the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have poisoned him. They have poisoned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they're waiting for him to die slowly. after the doctor have made a checkup of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and brought a credible result on the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they went and paid their own Janjaweed doctor. And that Janjaweed doctor came and began to petition what a qualified doctor that trained in abroad in the United States for 20 good years, a Janjaweed that I don't know where he got his doctorate degree from, came out and began to disqualify what a doctor does. And finally, team of medical doctors were brought together from different departments, team of medical doctors, and they confirmed that the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is worse than what they are telling us. The confirmation from doctors, qualified doctors, they confirmed that the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his health, is worse than what we know. I told you that when you see they brought this judgment closer, don't rejoice yet. Nigeria does not do anything because it is the right thing to do. Nigeria do things because you force them to do it, or when they have ulterior motive.